If I were to sum up today's news report in one single sentence, it would be: come to Taiwan for its pineapples, stay for its many jobs, win 1 million Taiwanese dollars, and get married. But more about that after the intro. Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. By now you should know that my name is Lukas and this is where we talk about Taiwanese related news in local and international media. And just last week I sat right here in this studio and talked about how Taiwan was becoming an even more freer and more open up country since the Taiwanese government is now slowly opening up the Taiwanese borders to the rest of the world. Well, this week we're gonna take this one step further since Taiwan is becoming even more freer and opening up even more, since now finally same-sex marriage are allowed even for foreigners from countries where same-sex marriage isn't. As you all definitely should know by now, Taiwan became the first Asian country to legalize same-sex marriage all the way back in 2019, unless it was a foreign or mixed couple and the foreign partner came from a country where it was still not recognized. Until now, since the High Court has ruled that even international same-sex couples should be legally recognized here in Taiwan. So hopefully we will be able to see even higher number of same-sex marriages here in Taiwan and a higher number of marriages in total, since last year during the pandemic the total number of marriages dropped down to 121,702 marriages, which is the lowest number since 2009. And with these same-sex marriage improvements as an example, it should not come as a surprise to anyone that Taiwan recently ranked second most free country in entire Asia. Something else that is completely free here in Taiwan is, once again, this app that you can download to check the bi-monthly uniform lottery. And this is something you also definitely should know by now, because this is not the first time I'm talking about this app, and most likely not also the last time, simply because this app is amazing and it just got even better. Since the Taiwanese government, due to improving the environment and to minimize the number of paper receipts we have here in Taiwan, have made some very welcome improvements to the use of these cloud receipts, digital receipts, e-receipts, paperless receipts, doesn't really matter what you call it. The most important thing is that you start using them, because they will actually double the number of people who will win 1 million Taiwanese dollars and add another 1,000 people who can win 2,000 NT dollars. And all you have to do to participate in these extra chances of winning is simply to stop using the paper receipts and start using an app just like this one. You will simply show your barcode, the clerk will then scan your barcode, add the receipt straight into your phone, straight up in your cloud, and then I would assume every 2 months when it's time for the new lottery drawing, you might even get a notification right away. Actually, now when I think about it, I'm not entirely sure if it comes with the notifications activated by default. Maybe that is something that you need to activate yourself. And maybe, who knows, maybe I've already won 10 million NT dollars that is sitting here on my phone up there in the cloud somewhere that I don't know about, simply because I have not yet activated those notifications. So, lesson learned, please activate all notifications, and while you're at it, please also hit that subscribe button and like this video as well. Something else that a clear majority of all Taiwanese people are liking are Taiwanese pineapples. And Taiwanese pineapples was one of the major international news about Taiwan last week, and is definitely one of the major international news about Taiwan this week. But before we go into this week's Taiwanese pineapple related news, I just want to clarify that last week I was saying that over 90% of all the Taiwanese pineapples that are being exported to China. After I said this, a lot of you were commenting saying that actually the export to China only counts for around 9 to 10% of the total Taiwanese pineapple industry. And I kind of feel like there was a miscommunication between us and we were pretty much comparing apples and oranges, or well, pineapples and pineapples, since I mentioned that over 90% of the exported fruit, actually according to the Council of Agriculture, it's actually 97% of all exported fruit from Taiwan 2 other countries, where 97% will go to China, which I'm sure equals 9 to 10% of the total Taiwanese pineapple production. Anyway, we don't need to talk about this anymore because this is last week's news, and this week's Taiwan pineapple related news is that we actually do not need to export a single pineapple to China, because after this very sudden news that China will simply stop import all the Taiwanese delicious pineapples, the Taiwanese community got together and they single-handedly purchased up the entire 1 year's worth of China export pineapples in only 4 single days. And I think this is just a wonderful example on what we as a community can achieve when we all are working towards one common goal. It doesn't matter if the common goal is to allow same-sex marriage for everyone here in Taiwan, to simply eat a little bit more delicious Taiwanese pineapple, or subscribing to Lukas Engström YouTube channel so he finally reaches 100,000 subscribers. And whereas the Taiwanese people have gladly enjoyed a little bit extra delicious Taiwanese pineapple this week, it looks like the Chinese authorities are starting to realizing their mistake, since they apparently are currently planning a full-scale invasion of Taiwan. Okay, I'm not saying that the Taiwanese pineapple is the only reason for why the Chinese government would want to invade Taiwan, simply because Taiwan has so many other both delicious and beautiful things that is worth a visit. But then again, maybe the Chinese authorities are not on their way to Taiwan for a snack or a sightseeing tour. Maybe they're on their way to get one of the 9,000 jobs that TSMC are hoping to fill by holding recruitment events the next couple of months. Well, it's definitely hard to tell why China wants to invade Taiwan so much, simply because there are so many different reasons to visit Taiwan. For example, the beautiful Kinmen Island, which is the Taiwanese island closest to China, who recently, quite surprisingly, at least to my own opinion, received a full CNN travel article with the title Taiwan's DMC, where of course the CNN reporter highly recommended a visit to the Kinmen Islands. This is of course nothing new to me or to any of you subscribers who have been with me since we started this channel 2 years ago, since our traveling reporters have already covered Kinmen Islands, since this was actually one of the very first lead-outs I had the opportunity to explore here in Taiwan. It's super cool, the sand just keeps continuously flowing, so you have this super cool effect that I hope you guys see as well on your screens right now. It literally looks like the entire ground below us is moving. It feels like we're flying on the ground. It's just super cool. But this sand is not the reason for why we're here today on this specific beach. Here they do have a tank buried in the sand. So this trip to Kinmen was almost 2 years ago, and when I only had around 10% of the number of subscribers I have today. And speaking about Kinmen and 10%, that is by pure coincidence also the price increase you will have to expect on Kinmen Gaoliang, since they have to increase the price due to increased cost of raw materials and ingredients. Now, on behalf of both Alan, Wes and Louis, I do feel sorry for you, since the Gaoliang price will now increase by roughly 10%. But for other YouTubers such as myself and Prozy, we will probably not be affected at all.
They were gonna sponsor me, but I said I hated Gaoliang, so I lost the sponsorship.
For real?
Yeah. I was like, it's the worst shit I've ever had. And they were like, well, I guess.
And staying on the 10 theme, I just want to round off this video with showing you this very fun map illustration of Taiwan, which was made by the Peruvian illustrator named Miguel Alfaro. Miguel himself has not yet been to Taiwan, but was very interested in Taiwan after watching a Discovery Channel introduction of Taipei 101. He made some plans to finally come here, but due to COVID-19, he was not able to make it. So instead, right on time for the upcoming Super Mario Day on March 10, he decided to make this super cool Super Mario themed map of Taiwan. And if you never heard about Super Mario Day and having trouble figuring out why Super Mario Day is on March 10th, well, all you have to do is to put the clues together and then you will have the answer right in front of you. And something else I know you have right in front of you right now is that subscribe button, which I would highly appreciate if you click on to show your support. And while you're at it, you might as well like this video and share this video and channel with someone who may not yet have discovered these weekly news report about Taiwanese related news in international and local media. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas, starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.